Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Back to throw, it's Aller. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Fires the pass, intercepted. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown tie.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Wallace. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
To the air, it's Aller. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
He just wisely got rid of that when the worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Miller with the ball. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Dances away. He'll get rid of it. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Hey, look, it's early in the game, and this quarterback's excited. You're playing with tons of energy. You feel like you've got an opportunity to throw a touchdown pass or really create some momentum, but the play just wasn't there to be made. You got to do a better job just throwing that thing away, knowing that a field goal is big at this juncture, but unfortunately now they'll come away with nothing on that drive.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Aller. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback extends the play. He's looking on the right side. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. It's a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Using his feet to buy time. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Fires to the right. It's caught. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Wide out in motion. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, the offense is getting creative. They're getting close to the goal line. They're trying to take advantage of this guy's speed by using the jet sweep. It's a good play call.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game.
He's going for the big play. And they can't make the connection going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He'll take another shot here. He's got it all right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Wide receiver shows motion. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Makes a grab enough for the first. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Dropping back, it's Aller. Using his legs to buy some time.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. The give to the tailback. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd down play from the gun. Fires to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. To the air, it's Milroe. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll just keep slinging it. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Aller. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could...
Pulls it in on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Coming after it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the ground with the back. It's a fumble on the play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking downfield, it's Aller. Turns it loose deep. He's got it. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll put the tight end in motion. On second and goal, they believe he's got a nose for the goal line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Looking for the score. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
To throw, it's Aller. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to...
Lost one deep down the right side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
This is going to be a key that we look at in this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Back to the air one more time. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Fast motion from the offense. Back to pass, it's Aller. He goes in for the 2, and we have a 10-point game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Running inside the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown tie. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Fires to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I bet you don't.
Jet sweep to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Steps away to find some room. Got it! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Quarterback just has to know in that situation, ball to go. If no one's open, you're throwing it away. It's a touchdown or it's nothing. That ball needs to go into the stands.
The run up the middle, looking for the score.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Touchdown, Bama! And the stomping has commenced. Here comes the 2-point try. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
50, Penn State, 25.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they... Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions. taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff.
At the
He'll
17.
be stopped at the 17. A first down for the offense. To the air, it's Milroe. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, he'll fire. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. Got enough for the first. And he breaks into the open. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Caught behind the line. It's ball. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Penn State. This D.
I did not mean to throw that
exactly
thing.
what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game.
Who do you like should do?
Impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
That one bounds.
$18?
It'll be a touchback.
Nah, but $8.50, man.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
With the catch, it's long. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Offense getting set for 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
He wants to throw it again. Moves away as he feels pressure. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
Big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Getting some heat. Escapes trouble. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll try to do it himself. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds and no gain on the play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Safe completion on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
They make the stop, and he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period.
Penn State 7, Alabama 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
He needs that smell salt. Goodness gracious, that linebacker just opened the eyes of the running back, running through the hole and hitting him right in the mouth.
And, man, he may have to have the molars checked out after that one, but at least he was able to hang on to the football.
Secure that football. It is hard to do when you get hit that hard, especially when you get that face right there on the football. Nice job by the back holding on to the ball.
They lost ground on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't.
And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. The offense set for a first down play. Dropping back, it's Milrow. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
He'll toss it. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. It's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. Still running at the 40. Off he goes. Past the 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David, it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Here comes that Alabama offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Scanning the field, it's Milroe. He makes the connection. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he reels it in inside the 30. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go.
They told me bust on my AP. Perfect time, man.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Back to throw, it's Aller. This time he's got his man. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking left. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the 1st. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week. You come out, you get an opportunity in the 1st half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Throws to the tight end. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown time.
Nope.
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Carl. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now facing a 3rd and long. With jet sweep pass. He's out past the 35. Got a lot of running room. He's at the 20. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Touch pass on the run. And they're able to get him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Content to run out the clock, the quarterback takes a knee. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Despite coming up short on the previous 2 fourth down attempts, this offense will try it here again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him and they convert. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Singleton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
Slips a tackle, and that's a live ball. defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Escapes trouble. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
And they get a sack there from the linebacker position. There you have it. Linebacker U. This is Penn State defense as we know it. LeVar Arrington, Micah Parsons, Navarro Bowman, Sean Lee. Every year it seems like they're pumping another dude into the NFL, and this guy has a chance to be the next one.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Gonna run it. It's Young. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That's reeled in. It's Young.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, going to the air. Skips away from pressure. Makes a catch past the sticks. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 24, Penn State 21.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Trying to use the speed on the jet sweep. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
21.
He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Looking for a man. It's Allard. Wide open downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the fourth quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball game.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hot volleys up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
He's going to pass on second down. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Fleming. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Going up top on first down. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And there's really no question here after not getting it on that last run play. Down in the fourth quarter, 4th down, you've got to go. You've got to dial up your best play here offensively. Who is your best matchup? One-on-one that can get you this first down. Keep the drive moving and keep your chances of winning this game alive.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Dropping back, it's Milroe. Got his man downfield. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give and tick, 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 tick. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Right back to the well. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. At the 35, he's open. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the 1st down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score. Like you said, Reese, work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Running back goes in motion. They want to throw it. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stats, right? Like, great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The Tide with the 1st and 10. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Fighting off the defender. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And it all
Hey! Almost caught.
The short field goal for the game. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I just asked.